Hi, and welcome back. I'm Jacob Stark, a product manager with SAP Leonardo Analytics, and we go by the name of SAP Analytics Cloud. Today, I'm excited to give you a brief introduction of some of the smart features that are available within that tool. So, as you can see, I'm already logged into the application. I didn't have to download anything, I didn't have to install anything, and I'm always on the latest version. Now today, I have some really cool IoT data that I want to explore. This is some information that I've been collecting from various coolers that I have in numerous supermarkets, gas stations, etc. So I'm just going to drag and drop it in. As you see, I'm selecting the I'm feeling lucky option. As I do that, we're going to use our smart modeling to model the data for you. Normally, what you'd have to be doing at this point is going through and selecting measures, dimensions, doing all this manual work. But with SAP Analytics Cloud, it's going to do all of that work for you and just drop you into this exploration experience that you see now. So from here, I can start slicing and dicing the data. As I'm clicking over different items, it's going to automatically visualize it for me. So I can view it over time, I can slice by the product, whatever I so desire. And it's meant to be extremely self-service friendly. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this chart onto a new page. And you can see I can just resize it, move it around, do whatever I'd like. Now, we wanted to make this experience even easier, so you can also be using natural language in order to create your charts. I'm going to go up to the search now, and I'm just going to say, hey, let's show order value by, let's do show units sold by product. And you'll notice that as I'm typing that in, it's immediately pulling a chart back for me. I can even be more specific and say for last year, and it'll know what I mean by that. And now you can see it's filtered down just for 2017. If I wanted to, I could also say for, let's just do apple juice. It doesn't care the fact that I misspelled apple juice. It's still going to show me the exact right chart for that. So from this search panel, I can also take this and just click add to story and build it right into my dashboard. So think about how easy it is now to be building your dashboards than it used to be in the past. Now, I see a lot of reports and dashboards, and they often look like this. They're really static. They're just describing what's going on, right? But what we wanted to do is make it where it's much more intelligent and interactive. So I may want to add on to this chart some smart insights. These smart insights are going to explain to me what's happening behind this chart. So in this case, I may be curious, why is orange juice so high, or why is this other version, the non-cold press version of orange juice, so low? Well, it's going to tell me automatically. At the bottom of this, it now says, hey, your cold press orange juice is 33% above average for units sold, and the variation is actually driven by your cooler type, so the large coolers. Now, if you're skeptical, like I am, you can actually just click on it and you can see what's going on behind that. And as I click in, I see, yeah, here it is for the large cooler versus the mini or the medium-sized cooler. And I can also see that I'm selling the most in the supermarket, so versus the convenience store or the gas station. I'm going to jump over. I want to show you what the data is that we've been working with this entire time. So here is that beautiful file. I've got thousands of rows of information about what is being sold from my different coolers in all of my different stores across the planet. So I can see how many units were sold. I can see how many times the door was opened and closed. I can see what the outside temperature was at that time. And I can even see what they sold, if it was juice, soda, what the product was, etc. Now, if you asked me and you said, Jacob, I want you to make a report off of all of this data, it would take me at least a few hours. And I work really fast, but it would still take me some significant time to pull together a report. But this is where SAP Analytics Cloud can help us again. So in this situation, we can use the tool to build this entire report for us. I'm going to use Smart Discovery, and I'm going to go ahead and select units sold, which is what I want to predict, and just hit run. Now, as I do so, since I had selected a measure, it's actually going through and it's running regression. Had I done a dimension, it would have been doing classification. Now, it's going to go through and build out a full report for me. It's going to show me an overview screen, it's going to show me my key influencers, my unexpected values, and it'll even allow me to do simulation with all of this data that I had from that Excel file. So now you can see it. Here is my nice overview, and it's telling me that, yeah, we've sold a total of 61,000 beverages in that period of time. And you can see a histogram of how that breaks down. You can see how it breaks down between your store type, be it supermarket, convenience store, gas station. And look at this, it's adding some insights that we didn't initially have in the data. So now I can see it over time. So it's showing a predicted forecast with values into the future of how it feels like the units sold are going to be changing. Now I notice that the units sold is actually slowly decreasing, and I may want to know why. To do so, I will jump into my key influencers. As I open up my key influencers, what you're going to see is kind of what you would expect, but this is where it's really cool for IoT scenario. The number one most important influencer for the amount of drinks you're going to sell is what? It is your number of times that a door for that cooler was opened. So you can see that popping up as your most important influencer. And that's followed by, also not very surprising, the outside temperature. So the hotter it is, the more likely you are that people are going to be opening up that door and buying a beverage. Now it looks like your sales rep is a big influencer, and also the product that you're selling, as well as the store type. So this all makes sense to me, and what's cool is it actually will allow you to drill into additional insights. But look at this, the order and structure of these charts is based upon what is most important. So it recreates this based upon what's most important. And you can see here that, it's doors open, followed by outside temperature, followed by the sales rep. Now, using this exact same information, we're also able to go in and do some simulation. So if we wanted to, we could try to simulate how many units we think we're going to sell. And let's say we know that, the door is going to open something like 545 times that day. And let's say we know the outside temperature is actually 97 degrees. And watch, as I'm making all of these changes, it's live reflecting it in what the simulated value is going to be at the end. And you can even see how it breaks down across all those different inputs. Now, one other part that this did for us is it actually built out a report of unexpected values. So with these unexpected values, I can actually take a look through and see any time it should have been selling more or less, but didn't. So right here, I can click on this row and see, check this out. So it was an extremely hot day. And you can see we really didn't sell any units. Only 5 units were sold. And yeah, this has me a little bit concerned. And what might have happened there is they may have been out of inventory, didn't have what they needed. And so this is a really good insight for me that I can now take back and do some action based upon. So what we've done during this really brief review of SAP Analytics Cloud is we've taken a look at some of the smart features that are available today that you can be up and running with today. And it shows a wonderful use case of how it could be applied against IoT data. I hope you've learned something during this time, and good luck with the rest of your learning during this experience.